Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm gonna do a classic rock reaction, and this is Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin, it's entitled Best Jimmy Page Solo Ever, and it's the opinion of one of my subscribers. First, a shout out and a thanks very much to Tom Gallant. Tom, thank you very much, man. Tom's in the military, and he comes and he goes type of thing, and so sometimes we start conversing about certain I guess reactions that he might want in regards to Led Zeppelin, and then he would disappear for a couple of months and then he'd reappear again. So he's reappeared again, and Tom's got this message for me. He said, "Hi STB, finally back from deployment. Thanks for your best wishes. Me and my shipmates watch your reactions regularly. So in regards to that complimentary reaction, I bet you've never heard this. It's the best Page solo in my opinion. This is very rare Led Zeppelin. The song turns into a standard blues progression similar to Killing Floor. This may be one of the best pieces of tape to ever come from the band's Fillmore West shows during their 1969 tour. Let me know what you think. Thanks, Tom." Tom, thank you very much. I appreciate the link you provided, man. Thanks for the note and the shout out, and shout out to you and your shipmates, man. Sorry, I can't remember what ship is. It's a Dallas class submarine, I believe it is. But yeah, man, and welcome back, safe return. So let's hit this up, man. This is entitled Jimmy's Best Solo Ever. Led Zeppelin, Jimmy Page, Best Solo Ever. Let's get it. Okay, here we go. Okay. Look at that stance. Looking all boss.
Keep a pushing me, keep pushing me back. Do rotten, baby, baby. Don't you get on your back. Well, won't you do right, baby? Baby, I won't do right by you. No, no, no. Well, I'm gonna leave you in the morning, baby. That will be alright with you. Yes, yes, oh. Sweet jelly baby, won't you let your hair hang down? Sweet jelly baby, she said, push me down, yes. Keep a push, keep a push, keep a push, keep a push, keep a pushing me, baby. Don't let me down.
Sweet jelly roll.
I'll leave you, baby. Gonna leave you with this town.
rehearsing. You just heard that shit that John Bonham just did. I love this pose that he's making right now. This boss pose. Got the shades on. Attending this rehearsal, 4 sound engineers, several other assorted friends and assistants, and 2 ducks. All right. Hollywood Pictures Production 2011. Yeah. All right, it was this footage or whatever was put together perhaps in 2011, but obviously this is kind of like assembling and rehearsing for their 07 02 arena performance. Am I right? Am I correct? Because I don't know of any other Led Zeppelin performance. And I'm looking at the pictures of their age and everything with Jason Bonham, of course. It's got to be 02. I can't think of anything else that they've done. Let me know if I'm right. Hey, yo. Again, great solo. I see what you're talking about, Tom. Yeah, man. Jimmy Page, a master. It's like a couple of guitars all rolled into one person. You know what I mean? It's amazing what he can do. His range. He can go fast, slow, high, low, whatever the mood. However it hits him, he can somehow convey it through his guitar. But let's not sleep on the other members. Even though this was a guitar solo for Jimmy Page, yo man, I heard the shit that Jones was doing. I heard what Bonham was doing. Even though Page is at the forefront with the solo, yeah, but Jones is always ever present. His bass playing is not so hard and in your face unless he's directly doing a solo, but it's ever present. There's something, it's like he's holding everything up. He is that pillar that's holding everything up. It's ever present. I'm always aware of what John Paul Jones is doing on that damn bass. That is a fantastic musician if I'm always constantly aware of what is happening with the bass. And of course, we're not going to sleep on the drums. John Bonham, he's just can't be denied, man. Yes, it was a Page solo, but yeah, you couldn't help but notice the shit that the other members were doing. The vocals of Plant were always great. So let's get a timeline reference here. So this is after Led Zeppelin 2, where the Lemon Song was featured. And this is a really nice kind of like extended into segueing right into the Lemon Song. And so it would have been what year? So 69, so 71, 2-ish after the debut of the album. I think the album debuted in 1970, am I right? And so then it would be somehow, so the Fillmore West, I gotta get the dates for the Fillmore West, but I'm betting it's probably 71. Would I be right? Probably 71. Royal Albert Hall, which I just completed, was 1970, I believe. So the West would probably be 71. Am I right? Let me know if I'm right. All the same, what I'm trying to reference is where Plant was at, especially with his voice. He had not, it's not at that point later on, I believe it was 73-ish. When did they do Physical Graffiti? Isn't that when he had work done on his vocal cords? So no, that was, oh my gosh, I should have done some research and wrote this shit down, man. So that would have been 75. So, okay. Fillmore West would have been probably between 71 and 73 at least, I'm thinking. Anyway, his voice was intact. His voice was on point. It was prominent. It was firing on all cylinders, you know what I mean? He didn't get into trouble yet with his vocal cords, didn't have surgery done. So this would probably be Led Zeppelin at their peak. I guess that's where I'm trying to hit. Would you consider this performance along the timeline where they were at their peak? Let me know about that. Some people have different time reference points as to where Led Zeppelin, when their peak was. But definitely, from 70 to 73, maybe, I would probably put them at their peak, mainly because of Robert's voice was still intact. Of course, Physical Graffiti is a masterful piece of work, but I believe that's when he was doing some work on his vocal cords. And, after that, most of those songs were after he had work done. Am I right about that? Anyway, I'm thinking that probably their best time peaking in concert live shows when everything was collective and Robert's voice was intact was probably between 70 and 73. Let me know what you think about that, if I'm right, if I'm off, or what have you. All right, man. So, yeah, this is a funny reaction, man, because I don't have any reading references, no Wikipedia, no nothing. It's just Tom sending me a link saying that in his opinion, this is the best Jimmy Page solo. But let me put it to you guys, especially if you know your Led Zeppelin stuff, your live stuff, your bootlegs, whatever. In your opinion, what is Jimmy Page's live or best solo? And it doesn't have to be live, just collectively. What in your mind is Jimmy Page's best solo? And if you're having a problem with best, give me your top 3, top 5. In your opinion, list for me Jimmy Page's best top 5 guitar solos. And tell me why. In my opinion so far, I believe my favorite guitar solo by Jimmy Page, I have 2. One is the Since I've Been Loving You guitar solo, my first Zeppelin reaction. That has a place for me. That was the first smack upside the head where Led Zeppelin was concerned for me. It was my awakening, my shaking up. So maybe that's why. I don't think so. It's just a great solo. And then after that long extended solo with the bow on the song remains the same, the Dazed and Confused. Those are my 2. This is very, very good. and I probably would have to listen to it more, soak it up more, or whatnot, and maybe put it in, I don't know, a top 5 ranking. I don't know, but I really like it. It's fantastic. It's excellent. And I like that slow build up towards the Lemon song. But I am familiar a little bit with this, to be honest with you, because I remember very early in my Led Zeppelin reactions, I did the Lemon song reaction. Unfortunately, it's not on YouTube. You're going to have to go and scroll all the way down on my Vimeo to find it. But one of my buddies had attached a link saying, hey, if you really want to get a great idea for how great Page is, just listen to this. I think it was like a maybe 1 minute intro to the Lemon song. So I remember this early, I remember that early riff, so I recognized it almost right away. But the rest of it, I hadn't heard. So, I can see why it's your favorite though, Tom. Excellent riff. Great solo, man. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, I was just, for a little while, I was just a touch lost when I'm looking at the screen and I'm seeing these pictures and these images, and then I realized that they were probably leading up to their rehearsal for the O2 Arena concert. By the way, the O2 Arena concert, I'll be doing a little bit later on as we get closer to the holiday season, and I don't know, we'll see how it shakes out. Maybe a touch sooner than that, but I have it basically coined and penciled in on my calendar for the holiday season, right? And by that time, my guesstimation is that I'll be close to finishing a lot of their live stuff, namely stuff like How to West, the Fillmore West, some of the BBCs, that sort of thing, some of the main big bodies of their live stuff, and maybe some of the smaller stuff. I still have, by smaller stuff, I mean some of the rare Led Zeppelin things that I still haven't heard. I've still got some links to get to that some folks have sent me saying, yeah, man, you haven't heard this, you haven't heard this. So I don't know, I think it might be just an endless stream of links that I have to go through that I haven't heard. So I don't believe that I've heard every single Led Zeppelin song that they've actually done. So there's still a few tunes yet that I have to discover. But I'll get to those, just like in this piece, bit by bit in between my reactions to their live stuff. And by the end of the year, I would have probably been pretty much at the end of it, exhausted it. And then there's the O2 Arena. Into the new year for Led Zeppelin, then I'll be hitting up some of their solo works. I'll probably start with Page, and then move on to Jones, and then Plant. And I might actually take a look and see what Jason Bonham was into. I do know that he toured with Foreigner for a little bit, so we'll see what he's up to, and let me know if it's worth checking out. He's still fairly young in the world of music, and he's probably got a long way to go in establishing his own credentials. So, but we'll see depending on what you guys feed me. All right, man. So yeah, it's weird, no reading, just me running my damn mouth. Anyway, I'm gonna bounce, man. That was my reaction to this really excellent track entitled The Best Solo by Jimmy Page Ever. Let me know, again, where you would probably rank this particular solo among his best, if at all, if it's, let's say, in your top 5. If it isn't, let me know what your top 5 is, man, and perhaps why it's in your top 5. What kind of memories are associated with it, what kind of feelings, or if you just feel that, yeah, this is when they were at their very best, and this is what makes it a personal favorite to me, or in my opinion, it's his best solo because, just kind of break it down for me and educate me a little bit more, fill it in for me. That'd be cool, man. Actually, let me just scroll down, see if yeah, I don't really have any notes, but it's basically kind of like my update as to what where I am with Led Zeppelin reactions and what I intend to do. And like I said, I'm just in the stage of doing the live reactions, and by the end of the year, I'll be hitting up the O2. So that's basically my plan going forward with Led Zeppelin, man. Anyways, thank you, Tom. I appreciate it. Glad that you're back safe from deployment. And everyone, thank you. Have a safe weekend, and I'll catch you in my next Led Zeppelin reaction. Peace.